Well, hello, everybody. This is your host, Valerie Kanay, with another round of how to live and thrive in the rich flow of life. You know, life has many twists and turns, and sometimes we never know exactly what to make of things. And so here we go. I'm so proud today, and I'm honored to introduce a young man that I love dearly. My featured guest today, his name is Tristan Dillon. Tristan is an amazing young man at the tender age of 22, just when the other guys his age are doing their things, hanging out without a care for tomorrow. Tristan, on the other hand, has a heart of gold. He has recently been diagnosed this year with tumors and cancers, and yet he finds a way to stand on his 2 feet and keep his head up, and he is an active motivational speaker, inspiring others to live with their precious currency of time. That's what he's going to talk to us about today, how important life is with the time that you have. You have to do your very best. I will tell you that he is awesome, and I can't wait for him to share his powerful message with you, with me, and the world. Isn't that right, Tristan? Isn't that right?
That's right, Miss Valerie. Indeed.
All right. Welcome, darling. I'm so pleased to have you with me today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sweetie. So just go right in and tell us the history of what's been going on since mid-part of this year. Take us from the top.
Since mid, I would say November-ish, that's when everything kind of started for me. And body changes and losing drastic weight. But being as a male, we don't really like going to the doctor. We just pop a Advil, pop a Motrin, and keep on going.
Right.
But as time went on, the changes got much more drastic. And I started paying closer attention to it, going to doctors doing what they were supposed to do, but not fully. And this is probably why I'm in the situation that I'm in now. I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I would say May 14th, I was diagnosed with colon cancer.
Of this year, right?
Of this year.
Okay.
And everybody looked at it like, oh, how could such a bad thing happen to such a young boy? I go to church, I go to school, I play basketball, I stay out of trouble. But at that time, I never thought of it as something bad.
Okay.
I have a lot to live for, a lot to see.
Right.
My vision was absolutely blurry before cancer came into my life. And I don't accept cancer because I'm not trying to claim cancer, but cancer has changed me for the better and gave me a total 20/20 vision.
Awesome.
So stemming from there, I just been reflecting and appreciating things a lot. And like you said, the title that I want to bring forth to the world today is called The Currency of Time.
The currency of time. I love that, Tristan. What made you think of that? The currency of time, the way you spend your time. I like that. What made you think of that title?
Due to the fact that we wake up every day so routine. Like we're so scheduled that we don't really pay attention to time. And time is worth probably more than money, actual currency.
Right.
So the two questions that I normally ask when I do this speech is, do you know what your time is worth? Like, do you actually understand what your personal time is worth? And secondly, do you know what you'll do when your time is abruptly put on pause?
Right.
We get up in the morning, and our body alone, like we don't even have to set an alarm clock sometimes. When we go to bed at night, we drop into a deep sleep. But around the time we need to wake up, we come out of that deep sleep. So our body is just so programmed. And we just get up, we go about our daily lives, and midday we'll be like, sheesh, we'll look at our watch and be like, sheesh, it's 5 o'clock already, I didn't even know that. That's just saying that we're just not paying attention to time. We don't know what our time is actually being devoted to.
You know, I read, Tristan, excuse me 1 second, let me jump in here with you. I read once, instead of spending your time, invest your time. So I think that's what you're saying. Yep. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's just due to the world we live in, society, the culture that we have adapted to, and we really can't change that, especially living in a big city like New York. It's kind of hard to kind of just stop and slow down because it's the city that never sleeps.
Right.
Everything is just always moving. But even when we, like I said, time is just as important as money. We wake up, we go to school, we work towards a degree to give us money. But is that degree actually what you really want to do? Is that really what you want to spend the rest of your life doing?
That's where your heart is. You're saying is that where your heart is centered? Is that really your call in life? What your degree is going to be about? So you're saying get centered in yourself and really let your heart speak to you about what your life purpose is, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so you want to inspire people. I like that.
Yeah, because we just, like I said, it's just so programmed that we just do things for the moment, for the material things. People go to work every day and work for money. That's essential. We need money. We can't survive without money. But it's just that what these people are using it for now, due to, like I said, culture and the society, music that the young children listen to, it's just all about, we have to spend our money on bottles in the club. We have to spend our money on jewelry, on women. That's not what life is about. So
tell us, what is life about? Well, we get you now. I understand where you're headed with this.
All right.
So let's flip the script and now tell us the meaning that life has for you now and that you want to express. So let's take it in that direction.
No problem. So May 14th, when I was diagnosed, that's when I felt like the world stopped.
Okay.
My world stopped, I should say. It was, the mood was just extremely tangible. Like it was gloomy. It was just gray, dark. The only thing I could feel were the tears falling down from my face. But at that moment, I knew that something great was going to happen. It was my purpose to bear this cancer and deal with this cancer because, like I said, it made my vision totally clear. It made me know what I wanted to do, who I wanted to help, and stuff of that sort. So once my
and
time
who
was
do you want to help, Christian? Who do you want to help?
I won't, just like you told me earlier, your talk show is to help everybody get their message out. So I wouldn't just specify on a certain age or gender, but but just the way how society is, I want to dedicate probably a little bit more of my time towards the youth, due to the fact that it's hard times growing up now. So much influences, negative influences, I should say, and the youth just need to know what their time is actually worth. Well, everybody needs to know what their time is worth.
Time is worth. Okay. And so what is our time worth? Have you summed it up in a way of knowing, since you've been on the other end of the spectrum, given a very heavy diagnosis with tumors and cancers? That's heavy for any age and anybody at any given time. So looking from another angle, what do you see the worth of life being?
The worth of life is undescribable. That's how you could say. Like before having great health, being able to go to school, being just knowing that you woke up today. But after being diagnosed with cancer, it's like, dang, I have the opportunity to wake up today. I have the opportunity to just look outside and see the breeze just blowing through the trees. Like, you appreciate the smallest
You were grateful.
You're
grateful to be alive.
Before we're not really grateful. We just wake up.
Take it for granted.
Our routine day. You take everything for granted. And being that I was diagnosed with cancer, I appreciate everything, like family, everything.
Everything.
The food we eat, everything.
Everything. So now you can really taste life.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So that's the message here, is that be so humble and grateful to know that when you wake up, that's everything. And be as good, as great, and helpful, and loving, and powerful as you can in each and every minute, second, and hour. I get you, Tristan. I get you now. That is something. So the next thing that you want to tell them is what? What have you learned? What's the main thing that you've learned? I know grateful is one thing, but what's the next main thing you've learned as a result of being diagnosed with these tumors and cancers?
Just know that life goes on. Life is full of obstacles, twists and turns, bumps and rocks.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when we face a drastic and abrupt pause in our life, that we may fall down, just know that you might not fall down, but you're just falling into place. You're falling into place with your own self-purpose, your own self-worth. Like, it might be hard at first because nobody expects life to be hard. Everybody expects the easy road. But falling into your life's purpose might have some rocks and obstacles you have to jump over. But as long as you fall into your purpose and you know your worth, you know your currency,
what an incredible observation. Wow. You sure you're 22?
Everybody says that.
All this wisdom, my goodness. Okay, so the twists and turns, the bumps and rocks and knocks, the obstacles are all lessons to teach us and show us what we're made of. And like you're saying, we will survive. And that's all even more reason to be even more grateful, because you were able to overcome. Overcoming is a muscle that we have to strengthen. So that is incredible. Well, anyways, I think we've given enough meat on this call. There'll be other subsequent where we'll hear from Tristan and his progress and everything, and he'll give us more power-packed insight from the mind of this 22-year-old. I don't believe it. I think you're tricking me, but that's okay. What is your last and final thought for this call that you want to leave our listeners with? What do you want? How do you want to end it up for them?
Just know that no battle is ever fought alone. That it's always somebody, something greater out there. I know not everybody's a believer in Christ, but I know if it wasn't without him, I wouldn't be here today. So just know that no battle's ever fought alone. Somebody's always there to hold your hand. And that's also another thing that, like, this whole cancer vision just came to me. Like I told you before, I started a nonprofit organization called No Battle Should Be Fought Alone to help everybody.
What is it called again? What is it called, Christian?
No battle should be fought alone.
Okay, no battle should be fought alone.
Yes, just so that anybody dealing with anything, like I said, I'm starting the motivational speaking, counseling. I'm having other people, like my sisters and cousins who are very much in the Word and very much established young women, to even if somebody just needs a prayer, you could just call them and they will sit down and pray with you. So it's
awesome.
It's a work in process that I'm starting, but I know I just want this to be just as big as any other nonprofit org out there. So that's definitely my dream.
Okay.
Definitely my
dream. I believe that will become true for you, and I know with the way and the effort and the heart of gold that you have, that it's all possible. So I thank you so much, dear, and I love you dearly. And it's been a pleasure to learn you and know you. And so this call is concluded. And like I said, there will be others. It's just the first of many. So I'm going to say goodbye, Tristan. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.